Hey everyone, happy Monday, February 27th. Last Monday, last week of February. That's exciting, I guess. Means we're heading into warmer weather. I had a good weekend. I hope everybody else had a nice one. I did a little bit of traveling, but only a little bit. Went to the Savannah area for soccer. One night away. So pretty good, and then got a nice sleep last night. So I am ready and raring to go today on this Monday, ready to face the Monday. Take on not even take on, ready to seize the day today and maximize the potential of this Monday. All right, Doug is joining us. He has shared and I have pinned the link for YouTube. So if you're in Instagram, and a few people are, you should go over to YouTube because it's better there. The quality is more consistent. We still have a few problems, but it's better, and the chat is a little more rowdy, and the video's better. Everything's better. Doug, how's it going? How was your weekend today or this weekend?
My weekend was great, Matt. It was one of those refreshing weekends that I don't know, just it's so much better to come into the Monday work week feeling refreshed, feeling like you had a good week, and not like just the weekend was a drag. So anyway, I heard you were feeling good about this week, so I am as well. And yeah, let's do this thing. Another week, a full week of this podcast, and all of us are going to be here for both of it. Both of us are going to be here for all of it.
Imagine that. It's going to be first time in two, I guess, out of three, because the past two we've had notable absences during the second half of each week. So that's good. I'm excited about that. So anyway, I had the same feeling. My weekend was that, although it required travel for soccer, I actually felt good about it. And the reason is because I cooked food. I made a nice little lunch on Saturday before we left. It was only one night away near Savannah, so like 3.5 hour drive. And then we got to come home and have family dinner on Sunday. So somehow with those things, I think that's what I need to like check the box and say this was a real weekend. If I get a little bit of cooking done and we get a couple family meals. We ate on Friday night. We made a little bit of pizza. No toppings, of course. 0 toppings on the pizza.
Just sauce
and some sprinkled cheese. A little bit of sprinkled cheese. Sprinkle, what we make out of cashews and nutritional yeast. Only a little bit of that, though. And it was some frozen homemade pizza doughs. But the sauce was homemade. The doughs were homemade. Therefore, wouldn't want to ruin that with any kind of toppings. So we had that. Had a bottle of wine. So anyway, it just felt like I did the weekend, but still went away for soccer. So because of that, I felt like it was a good weekend, and I'm happy today.
Well, good. You know what I have? But before I share that, I'm going to request that you pin that link. What I had a lot of was mushrooms. It is the year of the mushrooms.
Right.
And this weekend, I embraced that in full force. Both dining out, got a stir fry, was loaded with a bunch of different mushrooms, and also cooking in with pasta.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good. All right. I like that. And what did you do? Katie ate the mushrooms when you put them in the pasta? Or she just
I cooked them separately and added them on top.
Gotcha. Good. Well, that's very nice. I noticed Veg News has a new mushroom recipe up. Maybe it's not new, but it's up on the front page. And it's it's like a deep fried oyster mushroom sandwich. So you get oyster mushrooms, not even the king ones, just regular oyster mushrooms, a couple of them. Put this sort of batter on them and then fry. But I was looking at it and then I thought, I'm out. I'm not gonna go deep frying anything like that. I mean, I do like a nice deep fry now and then, but I'm just not interested in doing that for like a dinner.
I know I'm really late to this party, but I'm starting to really want an air fryer. There's so many recipes I'm seeing right now that involve air fryers, and it seems like people just assume that you have one now, which I don't think was the case a couple. And I'm starting to feel like I need to make that investment.
Yeah, I mean, we use ours all the time. I guess the thing is, I don't really see the difference between that and an oven. Like it's just not fundamentally different to me. It's a big thing that sits on our countertop. Our toaster used to do that, and we produce the same things roughly that we used to produce out of our toaster.
Oh, really?
It's larger. I mean, ours. So yeah, I don't know. It's just it's okay. It's fine. It's not bad. But I don't know. I don't see what really the hype is.
Really? Okay. There's some hype in the chats here over on YouTube. Air fryers will change your life. Air fryers are a must.
Yeah, people say that about like Instant Pots and everything. Whatever gadget they got, they just want to hype up. so they can feel good about their purchase.
Jody says to get one. I don't know. I think it might be time for me to get the air fryer. I've avoided I'm like you. We are on the same page about this. We don't like things on our countertop. So we have an oven and we have our Vitamix, and that's it. Our coffee grinder, I guess. No Instapot, no big mixer, or I don't even know what people put on their countertops. But so I've avoided the Instant Pot. I've avoided the air fryer, and I think it might be time to see what I can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I don't know. Air fryer could replace your oven. That'd be nice if you have that option, but you probably have an oven built in. So
yeah.
So then you just get a small air fryer.
Not going to ditch the oven.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. People are saying they like it. Dale Stevens, game changer. Aisha says Ninja Combo air fryer / Instant Pot. So there you go. She puts both in one device. Lucy B says Instant Pot is key. Everyone, look, people just are married to these gadgets. You know what? I got a good chef's knife. That's all I need. I don't need all your high tech stuff.
I wrote a blog post. I don't think it's up on Plant-Based News yet, but it's about all the kitchen gadgets and stuff. But really, it highlights the knife. It's all about really the knife. All you need is a knife, and you're good to go.
Yeah,
I believe that. I know you believe that.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, I mean the other things, I don't know. You find the one that fits for you and your lifestyle. It can sure make things a lot easier, right? If you get good at Instant Pot, and now you can just throw some things in there in the morning, or not even the morning, an hour before dinner, and then you got dinner. But I don't know. It just, to me, I'd like more variety than that. So I think that's why I'd never get too attached to any of these.
You know what? I've talked about this. This is probably nothing new, but what has lived on our countertop over the last few months, and it's now gone now that it feels like summer or spring, but is the crock pot. We were doing a lot of crock potting this winter maybe the first time ever, and the most consistent crock potting that I've ever done.
Wow, we have a crock pot. We haven't used it in like 10 years because we got an Instant Pot. Instant Pot does that feature, does that function.
Okay, instantly.
Yeah, no, not really. Just the same way.
Oh, okay.
Craig says whichever makes it easier to stay whole food plant-based is a win. That is, I mean, I do think that is true in many ways. More generally, whatever makes it easier for you to eat really healthily is a win, whether that's fully whole food plant-based or close to it. That's a theme we'll revisit later when we talk about exercise and the optimal time of the day to exercise. But anyway, I asked a question in the no, we didn't. I guess, yeah, you pinned it on the thing. Good. On the YouTube. It says, what's your favorite non-vegan restaurant for vegan food? And the reason I asked that is because I went to a surprisingly good one, pickup, curbside, this weekend when I was in the Savannah area. Not really Savannah, Statesboro, Georgia.
Okay.
We don't usually get that. Usually we'll just do Chipotle on the way in, or I don't know. But the other move we do sometimes is find a Thai restaurant and go to that. And that's we almost said, because there was one with a vegan menu, but we just didn't feel like it. We got in at like 8. And we just Holden and I did not feel like going out again. So we said, what can we get? Right in the same shopping center as our hotel was an Olive Garden, and I used to like Olive Garden.
Olive Garden.
Yep. I like Italian food. I used to like Olive Garden back in the day, the pre-vegetarian day, really. But I just haven't gone there since. I just assumed that they would have nothing for me now.
Yeah.
So I went online.
Going to an Olive Garden. Yeah.
I know. So I went online and I trying to find what I Googled. I Googled Olive Garden vegan options, and I found a site called Veggl, VEGGL.com. I've never heard of it before, but I found it. They said how to eat vegan at Olive Garden 2023. And it turns out you can get breadsticks with marinara sauce. You can get minestrone soup, which has beans, vegetables, pasta in it. You can get salad as long as you don't have the croutons and you swap the dressing for oil vinegar. Okay. And you can make your own pasta. They had like 5 different pasta shapes you could get that were vegan with marinara sauce. So, I mean, you're basically eating sauce and flour and vegetables. But then if you get the soup, you've got, beans and veggies in there. So, like, it's a real meal. So we got that. And I really liked it. It was like a really nice, surprisingly good meal to have in the hotel room. And we could have had at the place even. Yeah, so that's a good one to check out if you want. If you're looking for to change it up, which is what I was doing, because I don't know, I get tired of the same things with how much we do these little hotel trips.
Yeah, or if you're on the road and kind of in one of those places where there's an Olive Garden and a Applebee's or whatever, and that's about it. Good
Yeah.
to know. That's interesting. I really have not considered going to an Olive Garden in years for that
Right.
exact reason. I just assume
Right.
that probably nothing for me. But
Because
don't they have unlimited breadsticks and salad or whatever? You can just fill
I
up on
think
that.
they do. I think they definitely had. I don't know if you can get that on curbside pickup, but I think they do still have that offering in there. Uh, they did have like you could get breadsticks, soup, and the salad all in one little package for a reasonable price. So that seemed like a pretty good. I should have done that instead of make your own pasta, honestly. Uh, but yeah, like when I've ever tried to go to something like that, like Applebee's, or really Applebee's is the one that I've tried the most.
Yeah.
Where you're at a hotel and that's what the only thing you can get to in some weird town, not weird town that has no vegan options. And so I just assumed Olive Garden was gonna be like that, and there would be nothing, and you'd be ordering off the sides menu.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. It was good, so I was happy with that. The other thing I tried this weekend was the Doritos sweet chili flavor, the vegan flavor.
Oh, wow. And
Yeah, we covered it a couple weeks ago in our vegan corn chips breakdown. You said you stayed away from corn chips that have any kind of flavoring added to them.
I'm a purist.
Yep, you are. If there's
No
anything about
toppings on
Doug
the
and his
corn
food,
chips.
it's he's a purist.
No, I'm a corn chip purist, not a food purist.
Okay.
Come
Okay.
on.
So anyway, yeah, they were really good. They were awesome because they didn't have all of the cheesy powder that gets on your fingers because there's no cheese, not even a cheese-like powder. There's just seasonings on corn chips, basically, and they're not cheesy seasonings. It's just like a sweet and a hot, and it was really good. And it just didn't. I mean, I'm sure they're not healthy at all, but like it didn't feel as unhealthy as eating like a big bag of Doritos Cool Ranch or Doritos, originals, where you're just hands are all coated in this junk. Seemed a little cleaner, but we were quite happy with that. My kids had definitely never had Doritos in their life, so they loved it. Holden and I shared a bag, and then we saved a few for Ellie when we got home. So that was fun. It was fun to try.
This is probably not going to be a popular opinion here, but to answer your question of what's your favorite non-vegan restaurant for vegan food, what I really like to do is go to a barbecue restaurant that has a vegan like tempeh or some sort of vegan sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I just, for whatever reason, I get a lot of satisfaction from getting like what feels like a barbecue sandwich with like slathered in a bunch of sauce and some sides and stuff, some whatever vegan sides they have. I just get a lot of satisfaction from that, even though it's definitely, I mean, there's meat everywhere and it smells like meat everywhere. I know that's not going to be popular for a lot of people, but I used to be a huge barbecue guy. That was kind of my last thing to go. And I still get satisfaction from going to those restaurants.
Where do you do that? Luella's? Is that your best spot for tempeh barbecue?
Yeah, that's a good one here in Asheville. But I don't know. I don't actually have one in mind. It's pretty rare that I will do this because it's not often that our family would pick out a barbecue place. But if we have friends in town or something who are wanting Carolina barbecue, then we'll check it out. And I don't know. I mean, it's like over the years, it's gotten grosser and grosser to see people eat ribs and things like that. Like, and just kind of a little more disturbing. But if everyone's just eating a pulled pork sandwich or something, and I have a tempeh sandwich, then I don't know. Just there's something to that.
Yeah, definitely. I like that. That particular meal is a good one for sure. I don't know if I've really had it anywhere else. There must be tempeh barbecue elsewhere. But yeah, I enjoy that too. So we got Dale Stevens says chain restaurant, maybe Taco Bell or Blaze Pizza. Yeah, it doesn't have to be a chain, but if it is, it certainly would be more interesting because then people will know what it is. Yeah, Taco Bell, that crossed my mind as well. Blaze Pizza is a really good one. That's a pretty good choice for decent pizza. And when I go there, I will get a couple toppings on that pizza because it's not the same standard of quality that I'm accustomed to. So I'm okay dressing it up with some toppings.
Interesting.
I know. Hot take. Scott says, just had a new shawarma place open in my area, and they had a vegan shawarma option, which was made with oyster mushrooms. Had to go support and was not disappointed. So yeah, that's interesting. That, like I just said, that's the Veg News new sandwich. I meant to look up like what the sandwich is supposed to be like, because I haven't seen a shawarma, but Oh, it's a beer battered oyster mushroom Cajun flavored sandwich. So it's I think it's like a chicken sandwich is the idea. Yeah, it seems like mushrooms are good for that kind of stuff for sure. And they're
Yeah.
not. People are just exploring that now. It seems there aren't a whole lot of mushroom fried sandwich options or whatever. Speaking of shawarma, though, a good choice is like if you go to a Mr. Kebab kind of store. I don't know if that's a chain. There's one in Nashville, at least there used to be. But like a Middle Eastern restaurant, and a lot of times they have them in fast casual style where you go up and order at the bar. That's always pretty good for a nice, like different kind of meal where you get some falafel and some hummus or some baba ganoush and usually pretty good salad, a lot of vegetables. Yeah. So that's another good like non-vegan restaurant that serves pretty good vegan food. Those kind of places.
Yep. Dale Stevens says probably anything Indian or Thai. Those are obvious go-tos for me as well. And then James says local place in Nova called Lazy Mike's that has tasty Impossible cheesesteak, Beyond brats, and stuff like that.
Wow.
Etc.
Interesting. Impossible cheesesteak. That sounds pretty good.
It does sound good.
All right, good. Well, any other news, Doug? Any pull-up updates for us or anything like that?
I decided this weekend I'm not seeing the progress that I was hoping to see.
Oh, good. Okay, you're changing the plan already. Good. I like it. Wouldn't want to be consistent for a couple months and then just see what happens.
Well, you got in my head, man. I'm blaming you on this. I'm really am blaming you. You were like, 3 weeks, you're gonna start seeing major progress, and I feel stronger, but I can't do any more than I as many as I want, and so I'm thinking about doing a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, slightly more structured workout, and then every other day doing the Grease the Groove.
Okay, that's all right. I like that. You may need a recovery day after those workouts, though. You may not want to.
Yeah, that is a problem.
Go hard. All right, good. We'll revisit in 3 months when you're not doing it anymore, and I'll suggest again that you go back to Greasing the Groove and then just ride it out.
Yeah, thanks. And Marie says she's been working right along with me and getting 1 rep now without a 15-pound assist band. Awesome! Congratulations.
So she's getting results from the plan.
She is. She's getting maybe better results than I am. No, that's awesome. And a notable absence from today's episode, it appears, is Mr. Jeffrey. And if he's listening to this later, I'm going to give him a shout out because he ran the rock and roll. I don't know if it was the half or the full in Vegas this weekend. So he's probably
nice.
But,
is that the one that starts at midnight?
It's at night. I don't know when it starts, but yeah, you run in the dark.
Interesting. Very good. I'd kind of like. I'd have fun doing that one time. Maybe not though. If I was in Vegas, I probably wouldn't want to do that. Cool. Good. Well, good job, Mr. Jeffrey. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we can jump into the show with what we've got planned for the day. So let me pull it up here, and we'll get into our weather report. In real weather news, it's somewhat colder than it has been. It has been warm the past few days. I was in 75-degree weather this weekend, so that was really nice for the soccer game in Georgia. Had to come home to some cold. But in the virtual weather, this is good for vegans everywhere if you like candy. Doug, you just turned me onto this one. Live Kindly has shared on their Instagram the speculation that Reese's Peanut Butter Cups may be coming to Rite Aid soon based on someone spotted an out-of-stock listing on the Rite Aid website where this product is there. It's just listed as out of stock. So making people wonder, is that coming to Rite Aid soon? It would follow the vegan Kit Kat, which is not in the United States yet. I thought I had heard about this vegan Reese's being somewhere in Europe already. So I'm hoping that the Rite Aid thing was not just, something that is available in Europe, but is unavailable here. And that's why they saw that on the US version of the website. Who knows? But that would be kind of cool. That was a top 3 seed Halloween candy for me.
Yeah, totally.
I don't think I really like them anymore the way I did back then. A little too rich flavors, but I know people love them. So that's kind of cool.
Yep.
Moving on, Oatly, who made the silly Thanksgiving ad about that hotline thing for, I don't know what it was, support for vegans at Thanksgiving, I think. Yeah. They're at it again. They've made they're making cream cheese. And to roll it out, they did a big Philadelphia themed thing. They put together a video, introduced it with Tara Lipinski, Olympic skater who's from Philadelphia. and they have this video that's them like talking to all these Philadelphia local legend type people, I guess. And yeah, it's kind of cringe. I don't know. It's not really that funny. I wish Oatly would stop with these little gimmicks they're doing, just make good food. It kind of turns me off of the brand, to be honest. Anyway, they're rolling it out in Philadelphia. It's there first, and then their headquarters there. They have an office, I guess, in Philadelphia, so that's part of the reason they're doing this shtick. And of course, Philadelphia is where Philadelphia cream cheese is thought to be made, although it's made in New York. But I guess Philadelphia is a style of cream cheese, perhaps. And anyway,
is cream cheese from Philadelphia?
It sort of seemed like they were saying that in this video that I watched of theirs. Which, by the way, if you go to vegnews.com, well, it might not be that easy to find. How can someone find this video? Can you put the link on the screen, Doug, or somehow, or something?
Yeah,
something for us? Yeah,
we can watch it. Should we watch it? How long's the video?
It's too long. It's 2 or 3 minutes. I stopped about a minute in. I just couldn't take it anymore. It's not worth watching. But anyway, they just did all this goofy stuff about Philadelphia and said, like, is this the best Philadelphia invention ever? And people said no. And I don't know. Just don't think it's funny.
Okay.
So that's the new Oatly commercial. I'd be excited to try the cream cheese. I do think it seems like oat milk being a kind of creamy milk would be nice for cream cheese. But who knows? And then
I looked for the Philadelphia plant-based cream cheese at the grocery store again yesterday, and it's still not available at Ingles. So not as widespread as I had hoped.
Right. I think we got ours at Harris Teeter, and it's pretty good. It's not bad. And finally, Beyond Meat on Thursday reported better than expected fourth quarter sales, despite flagging consumer demand and lower prices. The revenue fell 21% from the previous, I think it was the previous 3-month period, to $80 million. But that beat Wall Street's expectations of $75.8 million at one place. And then the shares jumped 14% after that. So kind of a nice little bright spot for the plant meat world. Beyond Meat being probably the biggest player there. Maybe Impossible is, I don't know. But I mean, all they get is negative news about that. So to at least beat the street's expectations, something good about that.
Great.
Good. All right. So that's your weather. What do you think about this Oatly thing, Doug? Are you into these things they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I haven't watched the video, so I can't comment on that. But I liked the hotliner. I thought it was kind of clever as a response to the turkey hotline that whatever that turkey company has. But I feel like this seems to be the trend right now, and I don't know if this is the trend across all marketing, but certainly it seems like on vegan marketing, we're seeing a lot of ads that are really trying to be out there and different and make fun of other brands and not make fun of, Burger King, making fun of McDonald's. I know that's not a vegan brand, but it's about the vegan options. I'm trying to remember. There's that other company that they put up all their bad reviews.
Right.
It just seems to be kind of the trend right now. And I don't know. You got to do it well. If you're going to do that kind of thing, it has to be really good, right?
Yeah,
otherwise
right.
You just look kind of stupid,
right,
or silly.
And I think Oatly is kind of trying to be known for this. I think they've done it a few times now, not just that Thanksgiving, but I think even before that they were doing this. It's just weird. You know what I think it is that Oatly, like, that brand to me, like, just exists as a nice vegan milk substitute brand. It's like not a goofy, like, wacky brand. Like if it was like Slutty Vegan and they're making these like crazy foods and they're all named these crazy ways, then like that kind of ad would make sense for them. This is just like standard milk. It's in Starbucks. It's just like boring. It's good, but it's just I don't know. So it just doesn't fit to me. I don't get it, and it's not that funny.
I mean, they have 250,000 views in 5 days. That's something.
Is that a lot? Is it a lot? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, for a brand,
it's probably all bots.
I'd be stoked if Compliment had half that for a video we put out.
Yeah, we'd have to put out some cringe thing and embarrass our brand. It'd be a train wreck.
That's what every one of these episodes is. Yeah,
that's true.
No. Just kidding.
All right, on to the news. Not really. There's no news. There's nothing happening.
Nothing.
No. So what I got, thankfully, my mom sent me this just a few minutes before the show started this morning. It's from Yahoo, and it is that a business class airline passenger who ordered vegan food says it was insulting to be served one banana along with a pair of chopsticks. we have heard this song before, Doug. I believe when it
We
was
have covered it. Yep.
Yeah, when it was. I don't remember what it was. What was the item that they took a picture of?
I think it was water.
A water. Okay, yeah, it's a couple
Yeah.
of watts, right? A bottle of
bottle
water,
of water.
glass of water, something. Yeah, so this is a picture of a banana with some chopsticks and a nice little glass that looks like red wine to me. Maybe
Yeah.
champagne. I see some bubbles in there.
Mhm.
So that looks pretty good. But
Definitely
yeah,
does not look like red wine. It's
no,
what you said.
I said it looks like white wine, didn't I? No.
Oh, I thought
Maybe
you said red
I don't
wine.
know. Anyway, so yeah, I mean the chopsticks is silly, but it's what their silverware is. They put it on all the plates, so who cares about that part?
Yeah.
It also has a spoon, by the way. They didn't mention that when they mentioned the chopsticks.
And it's a Japanese airline, so chopsticks make a lot of sense.
Right, it's probably just what their silverware pack is. So that's just, I mean, it's silly when you put it in that context or out of that context, but it's really not that weird. The banana on the plate, the picture of it is kind of goofy. Now, okay, here's the problem. So, well, first of all, Japan Airlines apologized for not meeting the expectations. This person was in business class, flying from Jakarta to Tokyo, 7-hour flight. They had another meal on the flight, which was spaghetti. And the person got that spaghetti, but they were upset that this food was not on par with the other sort of snack meal everyone else got, which was a baguette, cheese with some sort of salsa, orange salsa, and a Moroccan-style eggplant salad. Oh, seared tuna with a Moroccan-style eggplant salad. So much more robust meal for the other passengers. They don't say whether this person ordered ahead and said they were one of the vegan options. Or is this just what the airline came up with? Because if they didn't say ahead of time, then I have zero sympathy for this. Like, I don't expect an airline just to have alternate versions of hot meals ready to go in case someone there is vegan and wants it. They did have a spaghetti, so it seems like they must have had at least something they could whip up or at least or prepare to do. But the business class thing, I think that gets me.
You're wrong about that. I think I read in here that they did order ahead of time.
No, I'm not wrong. I just said I don't know if they did or not. I'm not sure. You said they did.
Okay. I'm pretty sure they did.
Okay.
Yeah, they mentioned vegetarian vegan meal. I don't know. I feel like that.
Okay. Well, if they didn't order it ahead, then I would have zero sympathy. If they did, then I would say, yeah, this is kind of a problem that you're paying for, especially for a business class ticket. If I flew regular, non-business class, and this happened to me, and I had ordered the meal ahead of time, I'd be a little disappointed. That's the big thing. I just wish I had more food. I wouldn't really feel unfair or anything, and I feel like I got to have a banana, and that's pretty good. It's a nice healthy snack, and then I get another meal later.
Got to have a banana.
I mean, I've had worse things brought out for the snack on an airplane, right? Where they'll bring out some vegan cookie sort of things, in a little pack with 2 cookies, and they happen to be vegan, but they have palm oil or whatever. They're just awful. And then something else, but so a banana is not a terrible choice compared to that. It may help you feel good, and I don't know, it's a good healthy choice. But yeah, if everyone else is having a full lunch meal, that'd be kind of hard to deal with. So I don't know. The business class part though, business class, those tickets, who knows what they paid or the business paid, but they're $2,000 or $5,000. So I think from a business perspective, the airlines just got to do better, or you're not gonna have people flying your airline anymore.
Yeah. I mean, if you offer a vegan option, you gotta, if the expectation is that they're going to serve you 2 meals, and they're offering you the option for a vegan meal, then they have to do better than that. If it was that versus the cookie, or I don't know, some sort of toast with cream cheese on it,
right?
Then that'd be fine. But if you're expecting a meal and they're offering you a meal and you sign up for a vegan meal, then you deserve a vegan meal, in my opinion.
Yeah. I don't know what I think about this.
But it does seem to be a trend where we're seeing more and more of these. Although it's been a while since I've been on a flight that food like a meal. You said that you've had some good experiences recently, so
yeah, I'm always pleasantly surprised by how the dinner is. It's not the kids don't always love it, but it's always filling and filling enough. And it always seems fairly healthy and it's good. Yeah. So
Yeah. Kate says it probably did deliver to the plane. I'm sure that's true. And they were doing their best with what they had available on the plane, but discouraging nonetheless.
Right. And that's the thing. I still don't see anywhere where they said that the person
ordered ahead of time.
Right. I don't see that anywhere. And so if that's the case, if they didn't, which we don't know, and the plane just had to find what they could, then that's what you get. I don't. And so this is why I'm hesitant to say they should do better than this, because I don't like the entitlement here. Like, if you're going to choose to eat a vegan diet, this is going to happen. You should bring your own food. And especially if you're not going to call the plane ahead and be prepared, or the airline a week ahead or whatever, or 48 hours, whatever the minimum is, you should be ready to make it 7 hours and feel pretty good if you get no food at all, because that's what you can't expect them to be prepared for every contingency.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
You're right about that. You're definitely right about that.
Yeah. So we don't know that part. I know a lot of people disagree. A lot of people would say, like, the vegan is a protected belief system or whatever, even if not in a legal sense. Like, it just, there are a lot of other things that are sort of, you would expect someone is ready to cater to someone who has a dietary restriction of some kind. So I get that some people think that, but I don't know. My personal belief with this whole thing is that, like, I'm making a choice for myself here, and in doing that, I'm prepared to make sacrifices, and I'm not going to ever complain when I don't get what I, feel like I'm entitled to. Because if I wanted, I could just eat regular omnivorous food, and I could eat all the food I wanted. But I'm making a choice not to.
Yeah. You're right. It's interesting here. It says the spokesperson confirmed that snack and refreshment options for all special meals, not just the vegan one, but I guess you had like keto, or I don't know what other special meal requests that they offer, but was a banana.
Okay, yeah, because then it's gluten-free too. Can keto people eat fruit? I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just talking. You're right. You're probably right about that. But if the Mr. Carnivore came on there and only wanted meat, he would have still gotten just a banana.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I don't know, but anyway, this to me, like, a lot of airlines are really ramping up the vegan food options. It seems like there's some Emirates, I think, has a whole huge vegan menu now, and the other ones just like I said, they do a good job. So I just feel like the business is not gonna. You gotta adapt, or otherwise people aren't gonna choose your flight. But it doesn't mean they're wrong in not offering. So anyway, that's that. Sure, we'll have another one of those stories in a couple months, and we'll talk about it again then when someone takes a picture of something else on their flight. All right, so this one, Doug, you sent me from Washington Post, your favorite balanced news source. For a longer life, afternoon exercise may be best, a large study shows. And the summary here is they collected data from 90,000 people. They looked, and they did it as part of the UK's Biobank, which is a health study of adults in the UK. They wore an activity tracker for a week, these people, and then their data was tracked for up to, I think, 7 years or something after that.
70 what?
7 years. They tracked these people's, how they fared. So it's a little, I don't know. I mean, I didn't look into all the details, but it's a little strange. Like, we're looking at 1 week of what they did, what their habits, we gauge their habits based on 1 week. And then we look at what happened to them over the next 7 years and make conclusions, which is okay. I mean, we'll find something that way. But first of all, they said the strongest and least surprising correlation they found was that those who most frequently engaged in moderate or vigorous physical activity, equivalent of a brisk walk, and this includes men and women, they live longer than those who rarely worked out, no matter what time of day people got up and moved. So that's good and not surprising, but good that we at least were able to observe that. But then they say people who clustered their physical activity between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. or spread it out throughout the entire day were less likely to die prematurely from heart disease or other causes except cancer than those who mainly exercise before 11 a.m. or 5 p.m. So that's the gist of the story there. But there's an interesting part that the researchers pointed out, and so does the article right after that, which is that this afternoon time frame neatly coincides with the time of day when statistically people are least likely to experience a heart attack, which I think has to make you wonder, is there anything special about this midday workout window that makes them live longer? Or is it just that by choosing that window, you're minimizing your chances of your exercise causing a heart attack?
Right.
And that's why you live longer.
Yeah,
Did you see
I don't know.
anything
I would
beyond
that
that
same thing.
here?
No, I didn't. They mentioned that, and that seems like a pretty key part of
I don't hear you
this
very
report.
much, Doug. Are you talking?
I am talking. What are you?
Now I hear you. You
Oh,
just went out
okay.
for a little bit.
Yeah, I did not see anything further than that, and it seems like a pretty key question to answer for us to understand what the study is really saying. Right, because I mean, are people having heart attacks in the morning when they're running, or in the evening when they're running, or in bed after a run or something like that? And that the exercise is causing the issue. I don't know. It seems kind of weird, but you know, it's interesting here. It's something to think about.
Yeah, and maybe the study would go into more of this, but like it seems like they could look at numbers and percentages and how many people actually did, die from heart disease specifically as part of this group, and just sort of tease out whether or not like there's actually a health benefit to exercising between those hours, or whether that's when you're least likely, or whether that's the safest time to exercise, basically, so that you don't get a heart attack while you exercise. So who knows? I guess it doesn't matter. Like either way, it is protective, and if you're gonna do a workout that's vigorous and could potentially cause a heart attack, the smart thing to do would be not do it during do it during the hours when you're least likely to have a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, other than that, I couldn't. I think then they go into this thing about a mice study that they found in mice that a morning workout will burn more body fat, which to me is like massive stretch to think that means therefore that'll happen in humans. So I don't know quite why they went into that.
Because it's balanced reporting.
That's why I guess they had to bounce it out. Had to show all viewpoints.
They can't just talk up afternoon workouts. They also need to talk up
You're right.
morning workouts. The only way to balance
exactly.
that.
You're right. So yeah. And so then they say, how did you decide the best time to exercise? They then sort of like, what's it called? Dial it back a little bit. I don't know. They basically say, in reality, any differences will be marginal to the time you decide. This is from the study person. So we're supposed to think this is a big deal, and they made it a headline seem like it's a big deal. Then at the end, it doesn't really actually matter which time you do. The differences are marginal, and we can't decide anyway whether it's better for the afternoon or the morning. The biggest gains, after all, came from frequent activity, whatever the time of day. And that's the key to me. Like, the best time of the day for you to work out is the one that will make you actually keep doing it. Like that, I mean, burnout, it just doesn't matter, right? Like the benefit of working out, as they said, is strong and clear. The benefit of optimizing what time you work out basically doesn't matter. There's maybe a tiny benefit one way or the other. So therefore, pick the time that's going to make you actually do the workouts.
Yeah. Do you notice a difference when you do workouts at different times of day? Like, do you feel more maybe sluggish at certain times of day or anything?
I don't really know. I mean, I haven't worked out in the morning in like, I don't know, 7-8 years. So I just don't even ever do it. I just always work out in the afternoon. Trying to avoid that heart attack during workout. So I put it in the safe zone.
I'd say that 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. is my least favorite time to work out.
Oh yeah,
especially if I'm going for a run. That without a doubt, more sluggish and slower, and just struggle through the run mentally and physically more than if I'm doing it early or at night or right before bed, kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That kind of mid-afternoon, early afternoon, late morning time frame is tough on me.
Yeah, I mean, most of mine I would say happen at between 3 and 5 o'clock, and I think that is mainly because by that I've usually accomplished whatever I'm planning to accomplish with work, and I can go now focus on this and be sort of unwind by doing this. Whereas if it was like even in the morning, I think that's why I don't like the morning so much. Is like it seems hard to like get all amped up for that, and then you got to get re-amped up for work. So I like the idea of like you get to do it. I guess you could say the other thing, you have to get amped up for work and then you have to get amped up for a workout. So maybe that's not valid logic, but putting it smack in the middle of your workday, that seems tricky to me. Like go to, like for lunchtime when it's supposed to be kind of your little break time in a workout or in work to now go get a workout in. That's pretty hard unless you really enjoy your workout and it's like rejuvenating.
But even on like the weekends, if I'm running and I'm running say late morning because we had a lazy morning around the house or whatever, we did something with family, then even then I have so much more trouble. If I had gotten up and run at 7 a.m, it would have been a much better workout.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, never do a morning workout, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, does this change anything about your workout habits, Doug? Does this make you rethink that and think it's probably worth it to get that in between 11 and 5?
No, it doesn't. But you know what it does do is it reinforces not so much the study, but you know what they say is that people who spread the work throughout the day or their activity throughout the day see nice benefits. That is just something that we've talked a lot about over the past couple of years, but I just feel stronger and stronger. Being active throughout the day, not sandwiching it in a 45-minute window and then being sedentary for the rest of the day, but being active, doing small workouts or just walks or whatever throughout the day is the best way to have good health when it comes to activity.
Right. It is for longevity and good health. I think that is the answer. What we've said before is like, it's kind of hard with that style to really, experience fitness gains and like really make progress towards a big goal. I mean, it's not like you can't, like you can do a small little bit here and there, grease the groove all the time. And over the course of 6 months or a year or whatever, it will add up. It's just not like, I've never made that last. That's the thing. That's the problem. Yeah. And I think it's because it's missing that passion part. And like when you get really excited about working out, like if I'm going to be working out for more than 3 or 6 months, it's because I got really into whatever workout I'm doing. And that never happens if it's, a little bit here and there throughout the day. So I'm with you. And if it can be incorporated into your lifestyle so that like it's automatically going to happen, like your blue zones, gardening or walking on hills or whatever, I think that's the best. But someone like me or you at home or anyone listening to this, I don't know. I don't know what the best is. But like someone said, and like I said, I put it up. Dale Stevens, the best time is when you will do it. I really think that's the thing. Who cares what time you do it? Just find a way that you're going to keep doing it.
That's right. Yes. Same with air fryer or no air fryer. As someone else pointed out, whatever is keeping you eating a healthy diet is the best tools for you.
I think that's right. Even if it means jumping from one tool to the other all the time, and you're constantly finding the next new bright, shiny object to get in your kitchen. But like if you're just cycling through that, you'll spend a lot of money. But if that's the way it stays exciting for you and it gets variety, then good. Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Anyone else? Dale Stevens says 10 a.m. is ideal for me, but Monday to Friday I'm working at that time. Retirees have it made, says Amory, because they can work out whenever they want. I thought there was something else. Oh, Amory says that her husband says work ruins the whole day. So more on the retirement thing. All right. So yeah, okay, we're at 45 minutes. I think we're good. I have a couple more articles, but they're just kind of throwaways from Best Life Online. So we'll save one of those for later. Hopefully there'll be something else to talk about because I mean, we're in a drought here, except for the Miyoko's news. And I keep looking. There's nothing new about that. We need something. We're not going to get any good products coming out. We're not getting. I don't know. There's no.
Just seems slow right now. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is a cyclical thing, seasonal, and this is the slow time for the vegan news world. I don't really know. So we'll see. Maybe we can get some. You know what it is? I try that we're over the fake meat. We used to be all into fake meat, and then any new fake meat news we could talk a whole show about. But now we've done that enough. We got tired of eating it, so now we're trying to just focus on health stuff.
If we've been talking about segments for a while. We have the weather report is kind of the segment that has stuck. But if someone else has an idea that they want us to do, or we really want to be answering questions, we just aren't getting that many questions from listeners. So if you have anything like that, send it in. Send us a DM. Send us an email. Doug at No Mean Athlete. Matt at No Mean Athlete.
Plant-Based Morning Show Instagram channel.
Plant-Based Morning Show. Yep, Instagram. We'd love to connect in that way. And pretty soon we're going to have a Discord for you to join in. And that's going to be a game changer. I'm here.
Hopefully.
I believe.
All right, good. Yeah, hopefully we'll have that up and running this week, and we'll have some sort of announcement for you. That'll be good.
All right, everybody.
All right. Talk to you later. Have a good Monday.
Thanks.